Hi, I'm Alex Schwartz, and I'm a mechanical engineer and a hobbyist maker. I belong to a makerspace in Longmont called Tinkermill, and they have a Slack channel that's been keeping everyone up to date on how makers can help out during the pandemic. In late March, the stay-at-home order was taking effect, and there had been a mask shortage for several weeks, and I got a sewing machine after reading about Dana's mask-making army on Facebook, who were donating masks to hospitals. And as of today, Dana and her army have donated 26,000 masks to hospitals, healthcare providers, homeless shelters, government offices, police officers, you name it. It's insane. I've personally made over 180 masks, and I'm super proud of that. The pattern I'm going to show you today is the one that the Army uses, and it's made from two pieces of 9-inch by 6-inch fabric and two pieces of elastic. The elastic is cut to 7.25 inches. Hospitals have been accepting this design as PPE, or personal protective equipment, because it has a pocket for a filter to go in and out. So the nurse can put a filter in and out and throughout the day, and then they wash it at the end of the day. Because we're in a crisis and no one can get masks, that's really the best thing that is out there right now. Let's get started. So when you buy cotton fabric, it's usually going to come in either 42-inch or 49-inch width, and you can ask them to cut 9-inch strips for you like I have here. You can get 4 9-inch strips from 1 yard of fabric, and then you can get 7 6-inch cuts from those 4 strips, and you can get 14 masks from 1 yard of fabric. So this is a rotary cutter, and I have a piece of foam core. You want to use either foam core or cardboard. This is already cut to 9 inches by 6 inches, and then I use my rotary cutter and my cutting board, and then I have my material ready to go. So you're going to want 2 pieces of elastic cut to 7.25 inches. I bring my end of the elastic to 7 1/4, line it up. I don't want to stretch the elastic, but I do want to hold it down and keep it from moving. I'll show you that one more time. Bringing the end to 7 1/4 and lining it up very carefully. So you're going to want to make a seam at the top of your mask where the pocket is going to be on both pieces of your fabric. So to do that, you're going to fold your fabric over by 1/4 inch, and you're going to place the fabric underneath the presser foot, line it up with the needle, bring the presser foot down, bring the needle down, make sure your thread is underneath the presser foot, and I'm using a foot pedal to control the sewing. So I can start with a slow speed and make sure that I'm aligning everything and make sure that I'm comfortable with using a sewing machine, and work up to full speed. Then I go back stitch, needle up, presser foot up, trim the thread, and then you want to line up your elastic. Okay. We want to pin the elastic in the corner of the fabric at a 45-degree angle in all 4 corners. This part definitely requires pins. Don't try to do this without pins. And just be careful and take your time. Once your elastic is lined up, you're going to place your fabric with the design down so that the designs are facing each other. You're going to be flipping this inside out. And you want to leave about 3 or 4 inches of room for a pocket. So you're going to start at the end of that pocket, about 2 inches from the end. Place your needle in, and see I have my thread coming up over. You want this under the presser foot. When I get close, I take the pin out and continue on. Back stitch, presser foot up, 90-degree turn, continue on, making sure everything's really aligned. And you want to stop before you get to the middle, because you're going to be flipping this inside out and you want a little pocket for your filter. So you want to grab the elastic and use that as a handle to pull this inside out. And then to make the pleats, you want to fold this down and then back up, and again down and back up with the pocket at the top. Then you want to hold this down. This is a good point to iron your mask, but I've been getting away with not using an iron. And I put the pin in to hold the pleat. So the pin is going through the back, and we're going to sew these pleats in. This is definitely an easy part for the mask to get caught up. So you want to do that part a little slower. And keep trimming. This is the last stitch that we have to make. Back stitch to make everything stronger. Pull the needle up, trim. And that is how you make a mask for COVID-19.